Example, savings account balance number 1. Avery's grandmother deposits $3,000 into an account when she was born. The money is invested at 4% compounded monthly. How much will be in the account when Avery turns 18? Use the TVM solver to find the account balance. So given the information that we have in this question, we need to complete the time value of money solver. Fill in the blanks here, and then we'll go to the solver itself and submit that information. So capital N is equal to 12 times, well, how many years do we have here? Well, when Avery was born, Avery turns 18. So the number of years is 18. So capital N is equal to 12 times 18, which is equal to 216. I as a percent is equal to 4, because we are investing at 4%. Present value, PV, is equal to 3,000, because that is the beginning amount. PMT is the payment, which there isn't a payment, so we'll say 0. Future value is unknown. That will be the amount in the account, so we'll actually select solve for this row. P/Y will be equal to 12, because this is monthly. C/Y will also be equal to 12, because P/Y and C/Y, payments per year and compoundings per year, will always be the same in the questions we have. And then finally, PMT, whether it's beginning or end, it does not matter, so I'll go ahead and select end. Because there is no payment, that does not matter. Now let me just remind you again, when you look at P/Y and C/Y, we have options of 1 for annual, 2 for semi-annual, 4 for quarterly, 12 for monthly, 52 for weekly, and 365 for daily. That's the number of times a year it's compounded. Now, I will pull up our TVM solver and type in that N equals 216, I equals 4, present value is 3,000, payment equals 0, future value is blank because we will solve here. P/Y and C/Y are 12 with payment selected at end. So I will click solve on the future value line here, and I find that FV equals negative 6155.92. So to answer the question, how much will be in the account? This is positive $6,155.92. Now, in the event that we are interested in how much interest was accrued, we would then subtract the present value. That's a pretty common question. But for this question, all we want to know is the future value, because it's how much will be in the account when Avery turns 18. Example, savings account balance number 2. Violet deposits $4,520 in a savings account, earning 1.45% interest compounded annually. If she does not add to or withdraw any of that money, how much will be in the account after 3 years? Use the TVM solver to find the account balance. So once again, capital N is equal to 1, because we're talking about annually, times 3, because we have annually for 3 years, that is equal to 3 compoundings total. I as a percent is 1.45. Present value is $4,520, the original initial deposit. Payment is 0 because we're talking about not adding to or withdrawing any of that money. So we're not changing the amount that's in there, other than the interest that it's accruing. Future value is unknown, so we'll go ahead and select solve. P slash Y and C slash Y will both be equal to 1 because, again, this is compounded annually, one time per year. And then because there is no payment, we'll choose payment at the end. Now we pull up our TVM solver and input the amounts. Capital N equals 3. I as a percent is 1.45. Present value is $4,520. Payment is 0. Future value is unknown, so I'll leave it blank. P slash Y and C slash Y will both be 1, and the payment at the end. I will press solve on the future value line to find the number negative 4719.48. Now we have this space in order to write these amounts, these values, because this is the work that we are doing. So make sure that you're doing that on your own paper, writing down the values we then take to the TVM solver. Now this tells us that the future value, how much will be in the account after 3 years, is positive $4,719.48. Because though we have a negative in our answer, that is telling us the direction that the money is moving, whether it's in or out of an account. That's the future value. Now I want to go ahead and actually find the interest that's accrued. The interest that's accrued is found by taking future value minus present value. The ending amount minus the initial amount. And so if we calculate that, we begin with $4,719.48 and subtract 4,520. Which is equal to $199.48. And that is the interest that's accrued from this 1.45% compounded annually for 3 years.